Hi Pisces, welcome to Sweet Tea Astrology and Tarot. My name is Erica and this is your January eclipse review video where we're going to talk about the eclipses that occurred during January 2019. I'm going to talk about the astrology and pull some cards for you. Hopefully give you some information that will help you understand what has gone on and give you some insight as to some guidance that may can help you. On the 5th of the month, we had a solar eclipse in Capricorn at 15 degrees of Capricorn. We had the Sun and the Moon, Saturn and Pluto, all in your 11th house. That transit of Saturn and Pluto is very much a transit that is what I like to call destruction for the sake of reconstruction. And this is where when Saturn moves through, it tests the home that it comes through. And if it is not built to code, then it makes you build it to code, and it will tear the house down to make sure that you learn how to build it right. I had a card pop out, so I'm going to cut the deck for you, Pisces, and continue talking about what's going on for you. This new moon solar eclipse occurred in your 11th house. The 11th house is the house of your social networking, and this can be face-to-face. This can also be online. This is in your teams, memberships, groups, and associations that you belong to. This is something you would pay membership fees to. This is something you may have to go to meetings for regularly or keep up a certain standard to remain in good standing. All 11th house things. New moon solar eclipse there focuses new moon seed for some work in that area of life. There was a sextile that came from Pisces, your sign, in the first house. So there is a cohesive energy of flow between the 11th house and the first house, giving you area for new growth, bringing ease and helpful people into your life. Now, it could be that these helpful people are coming to you through the internet because of the 11th house association. If it's not the internet and social media, then it is the people that you deal with in your groups, memberships, teams, and associations that you belong to. The 15-degree Capricorn Sabian symbol reads, school grounds filled with boys and girls in gymnasium suits. So the institution of learning, a school, is very Pisces, 12th house. Think of a school of fish, very Pisces, 12th house. Think of the school grounds, the boundaries and the fence that either keeps the kids in or the people out, very Saturnian and Capricorn. The principal, headmaster, or taskmaster of the school, very Saturn. Thinking of the dress code, like a dress code being enforced. There's a specific time, a specific place, a specific dress code, all that is asked for you to be present and aware for. This learning for you in the 11th house of social media and your networking, face-to-face relationships, and online. So yeah, let's look at the cards. The first card, underlying theme, overarching energy, looking to the past, 5 of Cups. The 5 is a number that is associated with the theme of adversity. It could also be speaking to the eclipse happening on the 5th, or the fact that Leo traditionally rules the 5th house. The cups are water sign energy, Cancer, Scorpio, or you Pisces. This 5 of Cups is indicating that there is loss, regret, and bereavement that has been a theme. Understand that this card, though, is a card of crying over spilled milk because there are still cups and resources, emotional resources available behind this character, but they haven't turned around to look at it. They only see, notice, and recognize and their focus is on the loss, not on what still remains or what can even be gained. First card in the top 3 for clarity is the Queen of Wands. This is an influential female energy coming to you from the fire signs, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. She is a visionary entrepreneur. She can be very vibrant. She can be very exuberant. I also see her as eager to stand, eager to defend, eager to fight for what she loves and what she cares for. She's a lover, not a fighter, but she'll fight for what she loves. She's looking at the 2 of Cups. The 2 speaks to the theme of duality. And it also speaks to a square that occurred from the 6th house to the 2nd house during that total blood moon lunar eclipse. The 2 second house energy, this is your money, resources, values. This is your earning ability, your self-esteem. This is love. This is possessions. The 2 of Cups speaks to a partnership or attraction, possibly working and being equal partners as well. There could be a Leo involved because of the lion's head symbology. Doesn't necessarily have to be, but could be. This is the Minor Arcana Lovers card. And the third card in the top 3 for clarity is the 10 of Wands. The 10 is a number of completion, and that's a good thing because that means you can't have any more wands than what's here right now. This is the most that you will have. 10. 10 speaks to completion. The wands, again, are fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. This is burden. This is responsibility. This is feeling like nobody has your back. This is doing the tough work by yourself with no one there to even cheer you on. This is staying focused at the task at hand. And you could be feeling burdened. You could be feeling like you've been abandoned by your friends or your group, the people you associate with. Check your sun, moon, and rising sign for more information on the cards, but it's like there's loss. There's loss, and the loss could be stemming from focus on the burden and responsibility. The burden and responsibility could be coming through bereavement or regret or, again, loss. It's like you had something good and it turned into something that was very difficult to keep your hands around, to keep everything going. The Spirit Animal Oracle card that I pulled for you is the Mouse Spirit that reads, "Tend to the small things." Tend to the small things. Let me get this Oracle card book. The number 40 card. Mouse Spirit. The Oracle message reads, "The humble mouse pays attention to the smallest details, and the mouse spirit calls on you to notice the nuances and the fine print at this time. In your eagerness to meet your goals and pursue your dreams, it is easy to forget the importance of clear communication and tending to the little things, including people's subtle signs that they are unhappy, as well as the still small voice inside of you that says, 'This doesn't feel right.' Take your time to sniff out what you need to know. Is there some detail or nuance about how you engage others or operate in the world that is key to your success, but you are being readily dismissed as nothing big or nothing special?" Mouse Spirit reminds you that what seems small may be more important and more powerful than you think, so look again. Do not underestimate yourself or your potential for co-creating something amazing when you pay attention to the details. And at this time, I'm going to take a drink of my tea. I'm going to remind you that as this video is coming out, we have Mercury in the pre-retrograde shadow motion in your sign, Pisces. Mercury moving through Pisces in itself is difficult to effectively communicate through. The fact that there will be retrograde there as well is almost like a Mercury retrograde squared. So it will be difficult, but it will be over by the end of the month. The protection message from Mouse Spirit reads, "Are you too caught up in the details, micromanaging others and stressing out because you want everything to be perfect? Are you procrastinating just because you want every detail to be just right or just so, and losing track of your time and your priorities?" Mouse Spirit wants you to listen to your intuition that tells you that the detail you fear you are overlooking will only appear when you stop obsessing. Mouse Spirit will lead you to the nuances that you need to notice and will diligently work to support you if you take a breath and trust that the guidance will be provided. Small gestures carry great power right now, and maybe you need to take an action towards discovering what is going on in you that you may not be seeing, or towards mending a relationship or a situation. Ask a question, do a little research, and listen for the mouse spirit's quiet little squeak telling you, look here and attend to this detail. The detail may be in your home or your family, dealing with your roots, stability, or foundation, because the mouse spirit card is the number 40 card. 4 plus 0 is 4, speaking to that house of home and family, roots, stability, and foundation. We're going to shift focus now to the end of the month, Pisces, to the total blood moon lunar eclipse at 0 degrees of Leo. This is a total eclipse of the heart. This is a total eclipse of seeing something through the lens of a new beginning. At 0 degrees, it's a new Genesis point. This eclipse occurred in your 6th house, and it was squared by the 2nd house. 6th house is where the moon was, your emotional state, and it was squared by the 2nd house. And the 2nd house could have been dealing with some strong Aries energy because that's the house that squared it. It could also be dealing with a Scorpio because Mars is involved. Uranus and Mars were both in Aries when this eclipse occurred and carry the resonance throughout. I've had to mention Aries and Scorpio more than once in this video series. So there was a lot of transformation and rebirth going on. Okay. Looking at commitment, looking at engagement, looking at promises. That's what the ring is. The ring is the bottom card. I'm shuffling for you now from the Sage Goddess Shipstone Oracle deck. The ring is the bottom card. The 0 degree Sabian, the 0 degree Leo total blood moon lunar eclipse Sabian symbol reads, blood rushes to a man's head as his vital energies are mobilized under the spur of ambition. You can tie a couple of different things to planetary delineations, descriptors, the blood, the rushing, Mars, ambition, Mars, mobilizing Mars. The rushing also requires Uranus because of the electrical systems in the body required to push that blood through so it can rush to the head. That would be Aries. You are feeling ambition in your area of work and health, or competency and skills you bring to the services that you provide. You are feeling a struggle or a tug of war, a need to focus on work and health, but you are being squared by the 2nd house of money, love, values, resources, possessions, earning ability, and self-esteem. All right. The ring card is the 25th card of the Lenormand deck. 2 plus 5 is 7. Speaking to that 7th house, that is the house of Libra. If you approach this grounded in love and compassion, it will make it easier for you to work through. This ring is speaking to commitments, engagements, and promises. It doesn't necessarily mean that an engagement ring is coming your way. For some of you, it could be, but not for all of you. For some of you, you're reassessing the engagement or the commitment that you have made surrounding a ring. This also can be broken down or delineated to the Ace of Clubs. Ace of Clubs would be Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands, fire sign, creation, fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I see the Ace of Wands as inspiration, creation, and a very phallic symbol. First card in the top 3 for clarity is the Bear card. I can fight a bear. I just need to know for how long. The bear deals with authority figures, and it deals with your lifestyle. The bear is the number 15 card of the Lenormand deck. 1 plus 5 is 6. Speaking to that 6th house, and you had the total blood moon lunar eclipse occur in that 6th house of work, health, competency, and skills you bring to the services that you provide. Also dealing with your daily routine and even your pets. You can delineate this to the 10 of clubs, 10 of wands as well. This is, the 10 is completion, the most you'll get. But the 10 of wands is burden and responsibility. And you have that card showing up right here. 10 of wands. So there's been a burden. There's been some responsibility. There's been some hard work. juggling all of those wands. Your hands are full. Nobody's there to help support you or help you catch them or clean them up if it falls. Second is the book. The book is the 26th card of the Lenormand deck. 2 plus 6 is 8. Speaking to the house of Scorpio. I mentioned Scorpio earlier with the Mars resonance. The book deals with secrets. It deals with education. It deals with learning. It can be like a balancing of the books. It can also be learning secret, occult, or hidden information. You can delineate this as well to the 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Diamonds, Coins, Pentacles, 10, another completion card. Cycles are ending in this total Blood Moon Lunar Eclipse. Cycles are ending in the Wands and in the Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles is generational wealth and establishment. Pentacles are earth sign energy. That's Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. So it could be a balancing of the books, literally looking at the checkbook and seeing how am I going to do this? How are we going to do this? Check your sun, moon, and rising sign for other messages because some of these readings have more information than others, just depending on what has come forth. Next to the book, we have the Mountain. The Mountain is about challenges, issues, and problems. This is the 21st card of the Lenormand deck. 2 plus 1 is 3. That speaks to the third house on the astrological wheel. That's the house of Gemini. It's short distance trips, siblings, cousins, neighbors, people in your neighborhood, communication, your commute, your vehicle, your communication devices. You can also see the 8 of Wands show up here as well. 8 of Clubs, 8 of Wands. 8, again, another number of Scorpio. Life, death, and rebirth. Major transformation. Rebirth. Intimate issues. The blood and guts of it all. Other people's money and sexuality. Hard work studying. Overcoming a challenge. Making a commitment to yourself. Making a commitment to yourself to learn the difficult work. To do the difficult work. So you can get the respect of those authority figures is what's coming through in this Lenormand part of the deck. The Sage Goddess Gemstone Oracle card I pulled for you, Pisces, is the Mangano Calcite. It's a pretty pink stone. Mangano Calcite deals with self-care, empathy, mind-heart integration. It helps heal and amplify the vibration of the heart chakra. Mangano Calcite is a deep healer across space and time. It brings self-love and a capacity for both physical and etheric nurturing on all levels. You've pulled this card because you need to be more sensitive to external energies and be more aware of how your perceptions shape your awareness. Meditate with Mangano Calcite to promote peace, connect with others' emotions, and to attune yourself to external energy fields. Mercury and Pisces, y'all. There is something that you're wanting to learn that will help you not only in your work and your health, but it will also help you with your self-confidence. There's a battle that you have to overcome within yourself to be able to do this. And maybe that you need to study some online. Do some online YouTube learning as opposed to the mindless YouTube watching that people do sometimes. No judgment, I do it too. But as opposed to being mindless with your time, maybe apply it towards learning something so that it can help you in that 6th house, which will then reflect in that 2nd house, is what I see for you, Pisces, in the Lenormand portion of the deck. And don't focus on what you've lost. Focus on what's still there and try to work on that, because if you don't, you could lose that too, is what I'm seeing from the top portion of the cards. Remember to tend to the small things. Speak your truth in love, Pisces. I hope you're well. I'm sending you a lot of love. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you already have, I thank you from the bottom of my very grateful heart. Now is a time for self-care and self-love. And you cannot do that if you are beating yourself up. So let's not do that anymore. That is 2018 energy, and we're going to leave it back there. Right? Take care of yourself, Pisces. I will be working on the April videos very soon. Give me about 2 weeks. so I can do the research and make up my notes for each of the 12 signs and hopefully get started on recording them. I would like to get them recorded. It'll be during the Mercury retrograde period. I won't have any control over that, but I would like to do it when the energy is most in my favor. So we'll see. I haven't really even sat down with my calendar to look at any of the stuff past March or what these eclipses did. So give me some time, but I'll be working on it. It's now about 3 o'clock in the afternoon on Saturday, so I'm going to start trying to do the upload process on this. Hope you enjoy it. Hope that there was some information that brought some clarity or has given you some guidance in one way or another, Pisces. I'll be seeing you soon, but until then, take care. I love you, and be kind to yourself, y'all. All right, I'll see y'all soon, Pisces. Bye.